Welcome everybody here once again in another session, and that is going to be one more in the All India Live Mock description where we will analyze our mistakes. We will learn from them. If they are the silly mistakes, for sure we'll learn from them. If they are the concept ones, we'll remember them. I start the session in seconds. Welcome all of you from my side in another one. Hello, welcome from my side. Before we start, let me mention that yes, we have an offer. Use the code EXAM, EXAM, in this great Indian exam fest, which ends 27th of April. That means it has ended. Oh, you need to check if it is still valid. Before you take any subscription, we suggest SSC Super Elite. It expires in 4 hours. You still can use that. Can get flat 51% off in any subscription. We suggest SSC Super Elite, in which you get access to all the courses, mock tests, typing tests, tier 1, tier 2 courses, the current ones, the upcoming ones in just one single subscription. Thank you so much. Let's start the session without any delay. Welcome everybody from my side. Reducing the brightness for further clarity. Let's go. Welcome all of you here. Akash, Isha, Vishal, Nancy, Jajan, Bita, Bubbly, Sandhya, Ritu, Dinesh, Yashwanti, Radhe Radhe. Nitesh, good evening. Welcome once again, brother, Renu, and all of you here. Let's go. Thank you. So select the correct spelling of the incorrectly spelt word. The detective is good to me. That's horrible. Was hoping to find any valuable is already good. No EABLE. Evidence. Uh, in noun, we usually go through this EVIDENCE. And that's an uncountable noun. Good evening, Sangeeta. Hey dear. It's an uncountable noun, doesn't allow SES. Next. Quick. Yep. He was an flexible man. Fine. On it is going to be excessive, showy, just like ornaments, decorative and such. Flexible is not the antonym of or synonym of on it. That's a different word. Showy, flamboyant, showing pretty much. Yes, Akash. Yes, brother. Genial is going to be sociable, friendly, cordial, the one who talks to everyone nicely that way. Austere is the one who is stubborn. Aurangzeb, the austere, they say. A saint can also be austere because he will follow his principles, won't change accordingly. So flexible, austere, straight antonym, Radha Radha Sakshi. And yes, immoderate is not moderate. So that's going to be excessive in terms of the intensity. Shaw, austere. पिछली बार ज्यादा गलत हो गए थे ना आकाश, तो इस बार बदला लेना था. you have to mark the synonym of the word tired. Chair shouldn't be the synonym of tired. Project shouldn't be. Break must not be. Oh, exhausted. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. Synonym straight. They had a blank space discussion about the company's future strategies. So they had a heavy discussion. They have a narrow discussion. Shouldn't be. Thin discussion. Shouldn't be. You are talking about the company's future. That must be the strong one. Now, heavy discussion is going to be something which is tiring, burdensome, heavy. Deep, going into insights, discussing things in detail, sure. So they cannot be correct because we are discussing the company's future. Harsh, good evening, brother. Both of these can be correct. That will be a negative one. Talking about the company's future, deep, discussing things in detail. Select the grammatically correct one. Nikhil. Sure. I think we can eliminate from this sentence and only, a only, a only. They don't even exist. The only person is possible. What about this? She decided to take a bus to work. Not bad. We can take any bus, not specific bus to work. I repeat, an only, a only, a only. No. The only person, you are the only one. It is of primary importance in theater to learn to acting properly. Saurav, welcome. It's imperative to go there. It's necessary to do this. It's obligatory to do that. It's imperative to do this. It's important to do something. Exactly. It is going to be infinitive here. It is of primary importance to learn what? To act properly. No ing form allowed here. 2 plus v1. Yes, we have 2 plus ing also, but not here. For those words, look forward to, with a view to, accustomed to, addicted to, subject to, object to, comes to, given to, dedicated to, committed to, and such. Not this particular one. So, yep, to act properly. Select the sentence with the proper use of prepositions. Welcome. Argabita, hey dear, I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name. Welcome. Radhe Radhe Saloni. Never be sorry. At least you are here. That's enough. Divyanshi, good evening. But Shikha, you don't have the phrasal form take advantage of. You have advantage. Let me show you, everyone here, for better clarity. Have advantage over. If you can see, have an advantage over someone or something, that means you are in a more comfortable situation, you are superior than them. And this is not just the Google Labs or AI result. Cambridge. Have an advantage over someone, to be in a better or more advantageous position than somebody. Have an advantage over. Take advantage of is all correct, but have an advantage over. Cambridge, Collins, and every other dictionary. Okay. Over someone, to be in a better position. Just a sec. So, if we talk about the appropriate one, have an advantage over, of, nope, in, no, 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 no. The most appropriate one here. In a better position, situation than your opponents. No problem, beta. Remember, Saloni. Muskan, Radhe Radhe, good evening. So out of all these flowers, you have to pick one. I think you can pick one, but that's not there in the options. We have to answer accordingly as per the options. You have being. Have is not followed by an ing. You having. Ing is not a verb, cannot frame a complete sentence grammatically correct. Nope. Out of all these flowers, you have been. Pick one. What does it mean? At least the given one is all correct. You have to pick one. Is all correct. Need not improve. She decided that love must surely reside in the gap between desire or fulfillment. She decided that love must surely reside, Nancy, between this or that. But I remember, you must remember that between is not followed by or, between is followed by and. Nothing should be there between you and me. She was sitting between her father and her mother and such. So between is not followed by or, between is followed by and. That's the fraction. She had to burn the midnight oil to finish her project before the deadline. Imagine the situation during BC, say Chanakya and such. We have electricity today. 2 to 300 years ago, 400 years ago, we didn't have electricity. Imagine what about thousands years ago and such. We used oil for such, but you're not burning just the oil. You are burning the midnight oil. That means you're working late into the night. You are working late into the night. So working late into the night, that's what the midnight oil will represent, working extra hard and such. Working the whole day won't show midnight oil. Now, relax and take break. No, no, no. If you burn the midnight oil, you don't relax or take breaks. You work extra hard. Work hard during regular office hours. No, midnight is not the office hours. That's be extra or working hard. So late into the night. One who eats pretty much or is excessively greedy about food. A glutton probably is this. Gourmet is probably this. Epicure, connoisseur. There's a difference. There's another word I must add in between. We have glutton. We have, I hope my spelling is not wrong. Correct me if I am. Three words out there. glutton, gourmand, gourmet. Glutton is the word which is not disparaging, which is not the defaming one. You disparage someone, talk bad about someone, not that much. But yes, one of my friends eats pretty much. Yes, he does. No problem, is glutton. When this is the disparaging one, you don't have anything to talk about. You just talk about eating and eating and eating throughout the day. I am tired of you. I'm sick of you. That negative, disparaging one is supposed to be gourmand. Everyone. Gourmet is a positive word. It's not for eats too much in the negative sense. It's the positive one. If you belong to the metros or such cities, I'm sure, check on Swiggy also, you have many restaurants in your city which have the word gourmet mentioned. It's a positive one. It's not the disparaging one. So gourmet, the positive, glutton, the moderate, gourmand, eating too much, just like a horse, like a pig and such. Yes, that's a negative one. Epicurean, a common word SSC is fond of asking, the one who is always concerned about eating, drinking and such. Many bars and places where we have fine drink and food are named after Epicurea, Epicurean and such. And connoisseur is the one who has knowledge about art. Now it is not restricted to food only, maybe for music, maybe for painting, etc. So not that appropriate when it comes to that particular one. Answer, glutton in the negative sense, gourmet in the positive sense. And we don't have the positive sense here, glutton. Remember. Mitali, good evening. Welcome, hey dear. Yes, glutton, the one who eats excessively. Good one, Saloni. The crowded parking area superb, Saloni. Presence of mind. May I say what she said? Searching for something. C and E together. Search for something. Everybody. Now CE, not here. Okay, I must show the fourth option also. I'm sorry. CE, not in the first one. Okay, not here, not even here. The crowded parking area, you have the subject. There must be a verb after that, which is here. You can start with be. I think that's all correct. Let me check. The crowded parking area buzzed with activity when drivers searched for some spot to leave their vehicles. All correct. That area buzzed with activity when drivers searched for some spot to leave their vehicles. All correct. Bite the bullet. One of those idioms we have discussed more than dozens of times here. Nowadays used figuratively, but that was a literal idiom back then. We have many injections, medicines before operation that the patient doesn't feel the pain, but back then we didn't have science pretty much. Honestly, the soldiers who were wounded or injured, they had to bite the bullet made of iron, and that was so painful so that they won't be feeling the pain of the surgery. I hope you got this. I repeat, initially soldiers or those who are wounded had to bite the bullet, honestly, literally, in order to get the surgery done so that they won't be feeling the pain of that surgery, they are feeling the pain of this. Exactly in this. Nowadays it's idiomatic to feel or take that pain or difficulty and such. To avoid facing, not at all. To confront a painful situation bravely, yup. To procrastinate, delay, no. To exaggerate your achievements, not at all. Just 4 seconds and I answered this. I'm not praising myself, but yes, this is one of the common ones. You should also answer in 4, 5 or not more than 10 seconds. Exactly. Anesthesia wasn't there 200 years ago. So, such. Perfect. Hey dear. She made a polite appeal, but you have to mark the synonym of the word request from the options. Request, synonym. Committee, not at all. Decision, nope. Polite, maybe. Appeal is a better word. So select the incorrectly spelled one. Dilemma, questionnaire, horrible, exaggerate, separate. It's quite easy to remember, Nancy. Many people have difficulty in the spelling of separate also, Akash. First of all, write rate and this E here and this A here if you ever get confused. Saloni Nancy firing back at me. Yes, but that's true. Dilemma is all correct. Be in an indecisive situation, you're not able to decide what to do and such. Questionnaire, double N-A-I-R-E. Do remember, everyone. Exaggerate is not wrong. Say something in a decorative manner. If that is 20, you show that 80. Separate. No, no two E's together, S-E-P-E. That's horrible. Akash, imagine that was the only wrong I answered. Misunderstand the antonym of it. For sure. You wrap, you unwrap some gift, some product delivered from Amazon, Flipkart, Myntra, etc. No, misunderstand is not going to be wrapping or unwrapping. Finish, not at all. Land, give your money to someone or property or anything such, not at all. Reading comprehension. When we understand that, we comprehend that, and that's going to be the flat antonym of misunderstand. Sure. After hours of deliberation, the board members finally reached a unanimous decision. You have to mark the antonym of unanimous. Okay. Welcome, Suman. Comprehend, to understand a situation. Misunderstand, the opposite. ये भी रोज का है. Exactly, brother. When we start noun, we discuss the jury made their decision unanimously. But the next line says the jury were divided in their opinions. So need not think about anything else if you ask me what's the antonym of unanimous. And that is actually from una, representing one, anima, that means mind. All of them have the same mind, thinking in the same manner, way. They are unanimous. Just one decision, just like of Supreme Court, of the team. If they have won, all are considered won. If they have lost, all are considered lost. So unanimous, divided, straight antonyms. Wicked, no horrible sense here. Sinister. Massive, no intensity defined. Optimal, at that level, no. Protect the environment. The passive voice of this. Yep. We should be protecting the environment, but that's still active. Passive is B plus V3. You can protect the environment. We can protect the environment. I can protect the environment are all active voices. Not at all. Either B or C. C is changing its ways. Let the protection be done of the environment. Nothing such is marked over there. Protect the environment, just like a suggestion, the environment should be protected. That B plus V3, and that's a suggestion, so should is all correct here. The most appropriate one. Okay, that was the one of the easiest cloze tests. However, you need not be biased. Go through this. Options were easy, I would say. As remote work becomes increasingly common, companies are exploring new strategies to maintain blank space among employees. What should companies do to maintain blank space among employees? Theme shouldn't be negative. The next line says virtual team building activities. Tone is positive for sure. So you are exploring new ways to maintain blank space among those employees. Disconnection. The next line says team building. So negative options must not be preferred. Conflict. Why negative? Jealousy. Are you building the team or just one positive option out there? Engagement. Stay connected. Virtual team building activities, regular video check-ins, shared online spaces to help support a sense of unity. Managers are encouraged to blank space clear communication. Other options are sheer negative. So managers are encouraged to blank space clear communication and support emotional well-being. So they should delay. Once again, negative. They should prevent, they should ignore, they should promote. Just one positive option, as the tone of the passage is positive. Although challenges like time zone differences and isolation persist, technology has blank space many of these problems. Nitish. Technology has increased these problems. The tone is positive. Technology has caused these problems. Technology has ignored or solved these problems, as the tone of the passage is positive. Flexibility, once seen as a perk, a special advantage, is now a core blank space of modern workplaces. A core what? Excuse? Warning? A core element, the basic element, the required one, no excuse or any hazardous situation or warning. All negative, just one positive option out there. And yes, going forward, businesses must adapt and evolve to meet the blank space needs of a distributed workforce. Um, Majority here saying stable. Let me check. Lakshmi, don't be. If the needs are stable, that means they are the same. Why should I have new strategies, team building activities, and stuff like that? Exactly, Saloni and everyone. If you have stable needs, that means the needs are quite common, they are the same. You need not do anything then. But as per the blank space needs of a distributed workforce, someone living there in a different time zone, they have stated time zone differences. So can you see the differences out here? If you have differences, that means people have different needs. Harmful needs, boring needs, stable cannot be there because of differences. Sure, the changing needs of a distributed workforce, as easy as that. Couple more to finish things off. A place where animals are slaughtered. But why not butchery? B. That's what I'm willing to. Aviary? Come on, come on, come on. Don't say aviary. If you have been here, if not, I welcome all of you. Please be here. We will learn a lot. Two words I have made every student mug up because they are quite common. They are asked frequently. Aviary, think about this. Aviation is the place where birds are kept. Apiary, where bees are kept. Don't say aviary, apiary. Great. Argamita. I'm sorry if the pronunciation went wrong. Perfect. Aviary where birds are kept. Aviary, aviation, flights, birds. Apiary, bees. Why not butchery, everyone? Because butcher is also to slaughter the animals. Quick response from anyone here? Saloni, do remind me once I finish the class. I promise I will explain. No problem. Cannot see any comment which has the difference. Barn is just like the farming house where animals are kept for farming and such. So not the place where they are slaughtered. No answer? Now listen to me. Butchery is the process animals are slaughtered, not the place where they are slaughtered. When it comes to the place, it's abattoir. I repeat, butchery is the practice of killing animals, is the work of killing animals, not the place where they are killed. Meher, yup, yes, brother, yes, brother. The place where animals are slaughtered, no, that's abattoir. Quite common from SSC. Butchery is the process of, that's the process of killing animals and such. So if they have asked the place, C is the answer. If they just ask the practice of killing animals, the work of killing animals, slaughtering animals, butchery for sure is the answer. For sure. Aviary for birds, apiary for bees, barn is the farming one. So precisely that particular one. They must have defined it also. That's a formal word for a slaughterhouse where animals are killed for food. Aviary, birds, butchery refers to the work of a butcher, poetry of a poet, machinery for a machine and such, but not the facility itself. A barn, storage for shelter and such. And the last one, everybody here. The entire family. Okay, how would you tell your friend that holidays were enjoyed by the entire family in active voice? Thanks everyone for the response. Let me check the sentence first. How would you define them that the holidays were enjoyed by the family? This statement I have to transform in active voice. That is past indefinite, I think. Were enjoyed. They enjoyed is fine. No ing, no present tense, no present tense. Just one. 8 seconds. I took pretty much time. Okay, so that's all I had from my side. Finishing things now. Would love to see you at 5 in the evening in the new Score Booster course. Daily, if you guys are in that batch, and would love to 6 p.m. here. 6 p.m. not here. Okay. This week also, listen to me just a sec. 7 p.m. tomorrow, the very next day, and the very next day for a class on closed tests. Listen to me first. Would love to see you tomorrow at the same time, 7 p.m. here. You can see the class scheduled. That is already scheduled at 7 in the evening tomorrow, and the very next day, and the very next day for closed tests. 6 p.m. on Saturday for the special class. I hope my message is clear. 5 p.m. daily on the app in the Score Booster course. 6 p.m. on Saturday in the special class. And yes, 7 p.m. tomorrow here for the closed test. And not just tomorrow, the very next day and the very next day also. And yes, before I finish, let me show you that we have started the new Booster course 2.0. If you are not, catch us. Thank you so much for your kind comments, everyone here. Loud and clear. Thanks a lot, hey dear. You were also impressive. Would love to see you tomorrow and in the upcoming sessions. Objections, welcome. Thanks, Nitish, 22. Not bad, brother. Vishal, Sakshi, Isha, Divyanshi, Mitali, Suman, Akash, Ritu, Yashwanti. Thank you so much. Radhe Radhe. Sakshi, Radhe Radhe beta. Meher. Okay, Gourmet and Connoisseur. Let me show you. Renu, Bubbly, Muskan. Perfect beta. Radhe Radhe. Nitish, great. Lakshmi, Argamita, Suman. Tik beta. Anandi, Nancy, Harsh, Lakshmi, Dinesh, Mitali, and all of you here. See, I can show you here also. When you say gourmet, the person who enjoys and knows a lot about that. The one who enjoys and knows a lot. So it's not a negative word. Who enjoys, not excessively eating food. Gourmet. I'm sorry. When you say, let me show you the one I mentioned, gourmand, meaning a person who is fond of eating and drinking to excess. Excessively. Whenever you are free, you eat food. So that's a disparaging word. It's not to praise someone, that's a disparaging one. We had gourmand, gourmet. Which one was that? There. Which one was that? Mentioned. हिंदी में और सरल सुन लीजिए बेटा. शब्द कौन सा था मैं भूल गया. गवर्नमेंट नहीं था. गवर्नमेंट और कॉनजियर पूछा है इन्होंने. कॉनजियर नहीं, कुछ और था. एक और, ये गवर्नमेंट तो मैंने अपनी तरफ से ऐड किया था. एक शब्द कौन सा था जल्दी. गवर्नमेंट. ग्लटन हिंदी में और अच्छे से सुन लीजिए. ग्लटन, a person who eats pretty much. Listen, glutton था शिखा. सलोनी, talking to you in Hindi. Glutton, भुक्खड़, पेटू लिखा भी है पर बेइज्जती के टर्म्स में नहीं आता. एपिक्यूरियन और अच्छा, चलिए और अच्छा. पेटू, खाऊ, बहुत अधिक खाने वाला. Who eats pretty much, पर बेइज्जती वाला नहीं है. इससे पहले जो दिखाया गवर्नमेंट और गवर्नमेंट डाइज, वो भी होता है बेटा ये ठूस ले, ये भी खा ले, पूरे दिन खाता रहता है, उसको काम धाम थोड़ी है इसके पास कुछ भी. ये मोटे मोटे जो फिगर बने हुए हैं, तो ये बेइज्जती के तौर पर आ जाता है. गवर्नमेंट बेइज्जती के तौर पर। गौमेई एक वो जैसे कला का पारखी होता है, जैसे कला के पारखी को कॉनजियर कहा जाता है, वैसे ही खाने की जिसको परख है, who enjoys and knows a lot about it, जिसको पता है, परख जिसको है खाने पीने की, उसको गौमेई कहा जाता है। गौमेई सबसे पॉजिटिव शब्द है। गौ ग्लटन मॉडरेट कह लीजिए, गवर्नमेंट तो फिर गंदा हो जाता है, बेइज्जती के तौर पर आता है। और कॉनजियर कला का पारखी, स्पेलिंग जो भी हो कोई बात नहीं। ओहो, सब और गंदा हो गया। From Cambridge. A person who has expert knowledge of something, especially in art, food, drink, जज भी कर सकता है, अप्रिशिएट भी कर सकता है, ये किसी भी चीज में आ जाएगा। ठीक है। और एपिक्यूरियन था, ये आप धीमे धीमे देखोगे तो याद हो जाएगा, एक दिन में मुझे भी नहीं हुआ। जिसको सिर्फ खाने पीने से मतलब है, पीना भी आ जाता है, सिर्फ खाना नहीं है। Who has a fine taste for drinking and eating, एपिक्यूरियन। बहुत से रेस्टोरेंट्स के नाम भी एपिक्यूरियन नाम से होते हैं। Getting pleasure from food and drink of high quality, ठीक है। Getting pleasure from food and drink of high quality. So Epicurean, pleasure, feel करना। Glutton, ठीक है, ज्यादा खाते हो। Gourmet, बेइज्जती आपकी। Gourmet नहीं, I'm sorry, गवर्नमेंट बेइज्जती आपकी। गौमे आप तो खाने के पारखी हैं, और कॉनजियर कला का पारखी, कोई भी आर्ट फॉर्म हो सकती है। इज दैट ओके? मे आई फिनिश? ठीक है। सलोनी and one more person who asked, Hiraram, hey dear. Thank you. See you everybody here. Bye bye. See you.